Welcome to Tecmo Tuesday, and welcome to the round of 8, the Elite 8, and then there were 8 Divisional Round of the 2008 season. I'm gonna have to simulate the AFC wildcard game, the Patriot-Browns game first, and then play my my game as the Lions against the Cowboys. But what I'm actually gonna do is present, like I did last week, my game first, and then flip-flop it. So let's just cut it right to my game. All right, here we go. The round of 8 begins with this game right here. We're going up against the Cowboys, who the Lions have a little bit of a recent history. Well, recent. They had that the infamous game in the regular season last year. Well, not the year that just went by, but the 2023 season with the whole eligible lineman deal. Whether or not he reported, that was a whole controversy. And I can't believe he made that catch in that coverage. That was ridiculous. I'm trying to think of Romo. Forgot about him, kind of. I mean, I didn't forget about him. I forgot that he was the Cowboys quarterback during this era. And that was a nice run-stuffing job there. Moved to 3rd and 4. I called the shotgun. It wasn't the one. They had 2 of them. Actually, they have 3. They got the draw. And that's going to be a first down. Shit. Now, they got 2 pass shotguns and then the draw. So, don't get too excited if you see the shotgun and I know I called the shotgun. No, they did the reverse. Now, these guys have a reverse and a fake reverse. So, you can't really always tell what play it's gonna be. Oh shit! And Barbara's gonna take it to the house. Well, damn. Cowboys, they're at home. We're in Texas Stadium, or not? Well, this is 2008, so they were in AT&T. With the giant screen that gets in the way of punts sometimes. So yeah, the up until last year, or up until 2023, the Lions hadn't won a playoff game, and their most recent playoff win was against the Cowboys, and they went back, beat them again, and fell in the NFC Championship even after having a pretty big lead. And then they underachieved this past year in the Divisional Round, where they lost at home with the home field advantage throughout the whole playoffs, the number 1 seed. So, but the bottom line is they do have Dallas's number, and particularly in the postseason, and hopefully we can replicate that here. Oh, he had to move a little bit, but it still was in his hands. Oh, they're all covered. Shit! Alright, I'm glad that was blocked. I didn't like the fact I ran back I retreated way too far back. And I didn't want to, take a sack and get myself knocked out of field goal range. Even though I would still be in makeable range. But I also didn't want to throw a pick. I was throwing it into who knows what. So that block, it was unlikely to be a touchdown. But I was throwing it to throw it away, basically. Alright, well, that wasn't ideal. We were hoping to tie it, obviously. And they're moving the ball again. Oh, they snuffed out the reverse and they still got a yard out of it. How the hell do you blitz on the reverse and they maintain their blocking and get a yard? Not get a first down. That would have been nuts. Ah, I was there. I was right at the target. How did he not catch it? I guess he's a linebacker. He's not even a cornerback that can't catch. No. You gotta be fucking kidding me. He had all kinds of pressure as he threw it. I didn't even think it was gonna be complete, and then he catches it like 6 yards behind the line to gain, and it ends up picking it up. Fuck. Those are those third downs that are very just devastating, but it might end up being a moot point if we can hold them. And that's the bottom line. Oh, I got fucking... What happened? Did I run into my own guy or some shit? Barber's gonna run it for another touchdown. Shit. I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. Oh wait, I can't be blitzing. Or a dasher or a dancer. I mean, I can't be sending the defender up the middle. That was my own. Even on the kicks, I don't do that anymore because I was in the Tampa season. I think it was. I was getting way too many blocks. All right, so we do have a window here. We have the whole fucking length of the field to go, but we got enough time to drive down, score, and then get the ball back to start the second half. Oh. Man, those front four are a pain in the ass. No! Fuck! Son of a bitch, we go 3 and out. Ugh. I am not going. I know it's Dan Campbell, who is on this team, is like, going for this, but I'm not gonna go for it. Not this early, not way the fuck back there. Sucks being down 11, but I'd rather take my chances here. And they've been driving and they've been scoring, and I'm gonna be gunning in on Barber here. He's been the biggest problem. Oh my god. Owens too. Who the fuck forget Theo? I should have fucking gone for it. I mean, hindsight's 50-50, as John Gruden said. I fucking hate Terrell Owens, too. Oh my god. He was a piece of shit. Alright, well, I mean, I guess the good news, if there is any, is, the short kickoff here to help, too. But, that we got the ball back with some time left. It's son of a bitch. Alright, so we've got some work to do here. Down 21-3. All right, no more fucking around. We gotta score. We gotta score with some urgency here. We can't. We have to abandon the running game more. No, maybe not completely, but we gotta score, and we gotta score fast. All right, we're in the red zone. All right, now we're not necessarily abandoning the running game at this point because. Oh! We might have to go back to it. Not right now, though. Just because the the positioning of where we are. All right. All right, we're still alive. Took us till, you know, we had to make some halftime adjustments. That third down, you know, it would be 14-10 right now if it wasn't for that. I mean, who knows? Who knows what we would have did with the ball once we got it back on that third down that we let. I don't even know who it was that he threw it to that snuck out, got that first down. That one that I was lamenting. All right, can't be lamenting on it now though. We gotta stop these guys. I'm still going to be gunning for the run here. The run is going to be it has been the bugaboo. Come on, pick. God damn it. And it's Barber of all... And we let him fucking get away, too. Son of a bitch. Come on, catch up to him. Don't dive. Fumble it. All right, if we can hold him to 3, we're still down 14. Are they going to do the draw here? Nope. Fumble it, you fuck. You know, I'm gunning for the run, and they keep throwing it, and these guys have been semi-open as a result. They're doing the reverse. Alright, the only reason why I knew that is because I called the fake reverse. Alright, let's get him here. It's not the play I called. God damn it. Ugh. That was it. That was what we needed right there. We needed to get a stop there, hold them to 3. We'd have the ball back. Still third quarter. Come on, fumble. We can still hold them to 3. They're 9 yards away from the end zone. I don't like the play I called. All right, there's still a chance here. There's still a chance. I'm picking the draw. It is a shotgun. Yes! Ugh, I thought he was going to break through anyway. All right. We're still kicking here. We're still kicking. I don't even think it was possible for him to miss that. All right. That was a good stand by the defense because we were up against the ropes. No, just get out of bounds. All right, we gotta get this fairly quickly here. What the fuck is this? Why did he go to the middle of the field with that? Ugh. They were all over him. All right, we got to get the first. Let's not worry about going for the end zone here. Oh shit. That's not good. That is less than good. That is the opposite of good. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! I can't believe we got that. I was hoping I had deep threats and I had well, actually I had one deep threat and I had the tight end down the middle as a second choice, and my receiver was covered, so I had to go to the tight end. Come on, Williams. Oh, over his head. I threw a mite too early. I threw too early again. No, he's got that shit. All right. Well, what's the time situation? Ugh. I gotta kick it. I still gotta kick it. The onside kicks are way too, like, impossible, almost impossible. The other thing, though, is that I can't, I could probably give up, like, 1 first down. If I'm an onside kick it, I'm gonna have to prevent, I can't give up a first down anyway. If I give 1 first down, they're basically gonna be in field goal range, and a field goal puts it out of reach. I'm fucking kicking it. The field position game is the other part of it, too. Because if they recover it there, I can't get... It doesn't matter. I can't... Even if I stop them on 4th down. I end up with okay field position and some time ticked anyway. Alright, gotta stop them here. Gotta stop the run. And they're doing the draw, maybe? Yep. Alright. Alright, come on, one more time here. I'm calling the draw. It is a shotgun. Come on, baby. Come on. Yes! Yes! Alright, we're getting it back. I just wanted to get out of bounds. Oh, we lost a man. McDonald. Alright, I'm actually going to make a save state here because of this game's history of crashing. Which I will explain in the next game a little bit more detail. Only reason why I know that is because I already fucking simulated the game. Alright. Minute 24. It would be such a fucking shame for the game to crash after the way this game has gone. Come on, Williams. Yeah! I should have waited there for a couple seconds and let the time tick, but... Like LL Cool J said, don't call it a comeback. I mean, this is a comeback. You know, it's not quite the same context. But we gotta play D here for a minute. These guys can score quickly. That's why I wanted to, you know, in hindsight, to kick back. Oh my god, I heard the sound of the catch, and I was like, please tell me we just got a pick. And, like, right in line for a potential field goal. Like, this would be a long field goal, but Jason Hansen has kicked from this distance before. Or maybe even longer. I think he's kicked a longer. Fucking hell, are you fucking kidding me? I think he's covered. Oh my god, he was, but he still made the catch. You have got to be fucking kidding me. I can't, I can't even... Like, I don't even think I can... I haven't even processed that yet. Holy shit. Like, oh, it's 24-24 with 24 seconds left. Like LL Cool J said, don't call it a comeback. Just let it tick. Just let it tick. I call the shotgun. I mean, it's... Not expecting to get a pick here. I just want to get a stop. I would have been pissed if that was a pick. Oh, no. No! Okay, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Don't dive. Just catch up to him. All right. Jesus H. Mother Mary of Christ. All right. Here it is. Overtime, folks. Please let us win this shit. New motherfucker. All right. Let's play some defense. Don't let what just happened happen. Meaning, I'm talking about the... Oh, no! I kicked it outside! What a goof! Oh, my God. I fucked up so bad. I just screwed the pooch. I just Atlanta Falconed. Oh my, please shank this. He went off to the side. He bounced off the post. Are you kidding me? What the hell is happening? This game is on drugs. All right. I can't believe we have the ball right now. We don't deserve to have the ball right now. Neither team deserves to win this game. We should just let the other divisional game be the NFC Championship by default. What the hell? Ugh. I was like, oh, well, we got away from... Oh, but we got tackled anyway. That was like a roller coaster of emotion. Went from bad to good to back to bad. He's going to go to the tight end, but Williams is open. Yes! Why is the first down marker there? I don't care. I don't know how the hell we won this game. Well, I don't know what to call there because I don't know what the fuck I just saw. And what I just did and what I just played. That was something weird. We won the game 30-20. We were down 21-3 in the second half. We were down 24-10 getting toward the end of the third quarter. And we had to make a stop late. We get the ball back and score with less than a minute left. We almost gave up a touchdown at the end of regulation. The onside kick, which I would say, you know, in terms of making it make sense in this universe, would be that it wasn't a surprise onside kick because it was accidental. You know, the kicker, Jason Hansen in particular, would be like he slipped and the ball came off the top of his foot and he ended up just squibbing directly into the front lines. That's the only way to make sense out of what just happened. It wasn't like he got the wrong signal. That's what happened there, I guess. Really what happened was I hit the fucking button at the wrong time. Which I guess is, like, that's why it makes sense in that context. That, it was a stumble. And the fact that it almost cost the game because they went right for the field goal and missed. It went off the fucking upright. And then we went and scored a touchdown on the next couple plays. Insane. Absolutely maybe the most ridiculous Tecmo game that I have had. Certainly with the playoffs on the line, being at the playoff game and everything. it's up there. It's up there, right along with you know, the onside kick Super Bowl game and the like some of the Hail Mary games. Like, this was top of the line bonkers. All right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna simulate the rest of these games. Yeah. And just try to enjoy the rest of this in peace, not having to have the anxiety going through the roof here with it. Alright, so now we're doing the wild card game of the AFC Patriots and Browns. And in case you might have noticed that the score on the Jaguars game, the other wild card game that took place last week, is different from the score that actually happened. In case you noticed that, that's because there was a malfunction with the game. After simulating that game, well, you know, yeah, it was a simulation. I didn't run the skip. I just simulated it, like I'm doing right now, watching this game. The ROM crashed. It just like it did, I don't know, several moons ago in the regular season game. I was in the middle of it and it crashed, and I had to go back and start it again. So in this case, because I had completed that game and it crashed as I was just starting the and that was a fumble recovery right back to Cleveland. They kept the ball. What I did was I went back to my most recent save state, which was thankfully after I had completed my wild card game, and then I just simulated the game that had been played already, but not saved. And until I got the result that I needed, all I needed was for the team to win, which they did on the first one. And here we have Lawrence Boney Maroney with the touchdown to put the Patriots on the board. They strike first. Of course they do. It's the Patriots. The Patriots of the... He doesn't actually. Funny thing is, this season Tom Brady wasn't even. Well, he started. He started, but was injured in week 1. And like they usually did back then, whenever something goes wrong for Tom Brady, they gotta go and change the fucking rules. So that's when it became, okay, not only can you not hit high, but you can't hit low on a quarterback. And there's a safety for Ty Warren, and the Patriots are now up 9-0. Look like they're ready to, I mean, I know it's early, but it is Cleveland, which is, you know, interesting enough in the divisional round for Cleveland to be here. But how it always seemed to happen for 20 years was the Patriots would, especially later on, in like the 2010s, it seemed like it was just, they would get like one of the worst wild card winners you'd ever see in the divisional round. Somebody who like just didn't have, it was not a real contender. And they would just easily walk into the AFC Championship. They play their real game, you know, their actual challenge in the AFC Championship, and you know, they would beat Pittsburgh or San Diego or Indy, Kansas City that one time. And every once in a while, they would lose in the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl. They were always fucking there. And you know, I know, you know, now it's the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the ones with that everybody hates. Meanwhile, we got Cleveland getting a nice return for a touchdown. The Chiefs are that team that everybody despises, that are just sick and tired of. You know, they're always there. There's the Taylor Swift thing, and there's the refs. And so, like, everybody's just fucking had enough of Chiefs. And as much as I agree with that, as much as I am on board with that, two things. I mean, you know, before I even get into that, the whole thing with the Chiefs, too, is after putting up with 20 years of the Patriots being on top and, you know, almost always in the thick of things, finally getting rid of that, now I gotta deal with another 20 years, or so, maybe, of this being the Chiefs, which is, you know, worse in a sense because it's probably the other... those are the two teams that I have, for a while now, hated more than anybody else. You know, I'm a Raiders fan, so it's my, you know, the Tuck Rule game just let the bad stink in my mouth, especially since I live in New England. I have to put up with this bullshit all the time. Yeah, that was... the Patriots were, and still are, at the bottom of my list of my least favorite teams in any sport. I would rather see the Montreal Canadiens or the Yankees win a championship than the Patriots. Chiefs are in my division, so now I gotta deal with that bullshit. It's just an overlap of my mortal enemy being, you know, the team toward the absolute bottom of the barrel of the teams that I would ever want to win anything. But that being said, two things about this Chiefs thing. As much as I am completely on board with the anti-Chiefs movement, number one thing that I do get as a consolation, just like a take the good with the bad kind of thing, is whenever the Chiefs do win the Super Bowl, it pisses off Patriot fans. They get all butthurt because they don't want there to be another dynasty. You know, they're the only ones that can have, well, you know, basically two separate dynasties. Or one 20-year dynasty. However you want to look at it. They had an extremely long dynasty or two separate dynasties. And it's unfair to them for somebody else to have success. So I do at least take solace in the fact that it annoys Patriot fans when somebody else is doing well and, you know, crawling towards their records. The other thing that that's about it, actually. I thought I had two things. Oh, you know, I ruined the presentation of that. I should have said first, going into that whole spiel, was I still, despite the Chiefs being my rival in my division and all that bullshit, and have always hated the Chiefs since day one. Never minded the Patriots until the Tuck Rule game, but I've always hated the Chiefs. I still would rather see the Chiefs win another 10 Super Bowls than see the Patriots win one more. I'd rather see the Chiefs win 10 more Super Bowls than see the Patriots win another playoff game. That's how much I hate the fucking Patriots. So I just basically ranted on the Chiefs and Patriots for a whole half of football. And I don't even know, you know, it's funny, everybody has seen, at this point, has watched my playoff game, the Divisional Round game. It sounds like I'm ranting and raving because I lost, like I just went into this with a bad mood. But the thing is, I haven't even played that game yet. You know, this game I have to simulate first. I don't even know the result of that game yet because I haven't actually played it yet. So just, I wanted to, make that abundantly clear. That's not the reason for that. I don't even know the reason for it. I think it's just because I'm seeing the Patriots play. It's a Tom Brady led version of it. This is, you know, the 2000s and everything. And it just triggered me. I don't know. That's about it. That's about all I've got out of it. And that's another thing too, is I used to watch football and around this time during this time period, and I would just get anxiety from watching the Patriots, or just watching football in general during their existence, because it was, you know, it was not exactly the healthiest thing in the world to be that emotionally invested in a team in a negative context, because Raiders sucked. I mean, they still suck. But during this time period, this was the Jamarcus Russell era. This was god awful. Ugh. It was. So we're 3.5 quarters, well, 2.5 quarters of way into the game. We're halfway into the third quarter, and I've said about two things in regard to this game, but obviously it doesn't really matter. This is very much out of hand, although that long pass to Edwards is going to put them in position to make it, to at least keep them in the game. It's very unlikely to be enough, because it's just... It's not so much the time, it's just the fact that the Patriots have been rolling. And it's hard for me to believe that they're going to hold the Patriots to no more points the rest of the game and score a couple more touchdowns to close it out. They're going to need a fumble or a pick or something to steer them back onto the course, change the momentum. But instead, Welker's going to make a diving catch. He should not be lined up on the outside. But, you know, this is Tecmo. They don't have it quite like... Leon Williams with a sack. That'll help make it possible. They gotta keep him from getting a first down here on this series. Look at that, all that real estate. Maroney's going to get it first. No, he's not. He's going to get it to within 5. So, yeah, it was like 2nd and 20, and now it's 3rd and manageable. 3rd and 5. They're running the reverse flea flicker on 3rd and 5, and then just chucking it up to Welker in the end zone, and he was wide open. No, he wasn't. There was coverage on him. That Brown blended in with the background. It was like he was behind him. It looks like Welker had the edge. So they're going to kick a field goal, and it is good. So that puts it out of reach. They were... Actually, it was a 16-point game. I'm thinking of this shit in terms of... I was thinking of this shit in terms of the fucking, like, the rules of this time period where you actually could go for 2. It's been a 3-score game here ever since the last touchdown. But the Cleveland is driving, and they're driving quick. That being said, it's early 4th quarter, and it's a 3-score game. Lewis scores a touchdown, and they needed to score fast. But the thing is, once again, they got to get the ball back. And they got to get the ball back fast, and they can't be giving up points. They're going to be down now by 12, providing that there's no block here, and there isn't. So... They can't even give up a field goal now. They have to, 12 points is a 2-score game. They give up a field goal, it's back to a 3-score game again. And that kickoff wasn't going to help out the cause too much. It was almost worth going onside just because they're not going to, well, I'll be damned, they got a sack. There's been a few sacks here, but the thing is like, this offense is just so potent that they can make up for sacks like it's no big deal. Because it's just wide open. Welker is just all by himself back there. I mean, you could have had an eligible offensive lineman back there and he would have caught that and ran it before anybody else caught up to him. That's how it looked like Cleveland was playing the run. And now I'm pretty sure they wish they hadn't. But that seals it. And, you know, Patriots will be going to the AFC Championship as predictable as it was during that time period. And then they just give it right back. Like, you know what? I don't even feel like doing this anymore. Let's send the defense back out on the field and punish them for giving up such a wide open receiver. And even when they are covering him, and that time it was Watson. And the Patriots are rolling. 54 points, pending the extra point. Woof. Now they're just, you know, trying to pad some stats here to close out their season. The Browns can at least say that they took out Pittsburgh in the wild card round in the battle for the supremacy of the division. They didn't win the. They weren't the central. Thinking this in Tecmo. They're not the AFC North champions, but they did beat the Steelers, the AFC North champions, and get further than they did in the playoffs. That is, you know, I would much rather have that happen. Boy, that D is just all over the place. I know it's, you know, they've given up 28 points, but, you know, like, one of those was a return for a touchdown. One of them was set up by good field position, and then they made some nice plays here and there. Oh, now they get a fumble. Too little, too late. And that'll end the game. That was, you know, the one thing that went wrong for the Patriots pretty much all day. Is all these points that the Browns do have were a product of just the fact that it's garbage time. So that is this game, or this was that game, whatever the hell this was. I'm gonna now skip ahead to the next AFC divisional game. I'll go back and play my game first, but I'm gonna stop it here and cut to the next game. Fred Taylor is back for the Jags, and the Jags are gunning for their first AFC Championship appearance. Well, for the first one if we're going by the timeline of 2008, it'll be their first one since '99. They did make it in what the hell was it, 16? Something like that. The one that got ripped off. Again, going back to the Patriots being the benefactors of a ripoff, if you believe in that or not. We'll see. Hey, you know, maybe it'll be Patriots and Chargers. I mean, Patriots and Jaguars again. I mean, it'll be one or the other. These are the two teams that are vying for a spot to face them. So, you know, it would either be the Jaguars trying to get revenge on a game that happens in the future. I know that as ridiculous as that sounds. Or it would be the Chargers trying to get revenge from the year before that actually did happen, in the 2007 year when Phillip Rivers had a torn ACL and Tomlinson was all banged up, and I was just sitting there saying, the fuck am I, you know, why do I think that there's actually a chance that the Patriots might fall here? their undefeated season, which was all worth it. It was very satisfying to see them lose that shot at immortality right at the end. Meanwhile, the Chargers... See, that's how close we came to getting eliminated right there with that going off the post. Off the post and in. That's what I really thought was going to happen when I saw the arrow go all the way to the edge, and I was like, all right, well, that's, you know, it's a bad angle, but there's you know, if you're close enough, it doesn't matter. Meanwhile, Maurice Jones-Drew just scored a touchdown to bring the Jags up to 7-3. I'm still just completely speechless after after that. I mean, it's like not only did we pull, it's we just pulled that game out of our ass was what happened. Like it was not. We had to do it twice too. That's the other thing. I had to reload the fucking ROM. That was the reason why I made that save state, because I was afraid of something like that. Like, going back, how... Even if I would have lost after reloading it, like, how just absolutely heartbreaking it would be for that crazy fucking game to just basically fall out of existence because of that crash. And I'm not... you know, now I'm having like a mini epiphany here. I'm wondering if it has something to do with running multiple games in a row, because I might have the one that happened in the regular season. I might have played 2 games in a row and just recorded 2 episodes back to back, and then it just did some kind of, I don't know, some kind of, not overheat, but essentially that it just like ran for too long, and I don't know how that shit works. I've never dealt with too many ROMs that just didn't cooperate too well. Certainly not with any of these Tecmo ones. This is the first one. I'm wondering if it's because of that, because that's what happened in last week's wild card game. You know, it was like it played a couple of games, and the third one it crapped out. And then this week, same thing. In the second game, late in the second game, it crapped out again. So I mean, first off, yeah, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna shut down the emulator and reload it. But that's the way I'm gonna have to do it from now on. Personally, this game, it doesn't really matter to me who wins. And same thing with the other one. The NFC game, it doesn't really matter. Even though I'm playing the winner of that one. It's like I'm just, maybe, I think the Saints would be a better game. You know, just like a better marquee matchup, especially since they were the big dogs of the conference. And it's Drew Brees. I mean, you know, we did pretty. I mean, we beat them in the regular season, but it's hard to do that shit twice against a top tier team. was hard enough to win the game we just won, too. We're creeping on the end of the half here. And the Chargers are trying to reverse. Like, I mean, they're not, like, in danger of getting safety, but still, you want to really run backwards when the time is running out on the half. I don't know, I guess it doesn't really matter. Kick. Oh, nice return. Looks like about the 30. That's not even going to be that great of starting field position in the NFL next year when they bring the fucking touchbacks all the way out to the goddamn 35. So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. You know, you really want to encourage returns? If that's really the end game, why not? I mean, this might sound crazy, and I'm not the one that thought of this and argued this against this point. Bring the fucking kickoff spot back to the 30. There's no fucking incentives for return if the ball, if when you take the ball out of the end zone, it goes out to the fucking 35. I mean, you're gonna now the kickers are gonna have to try to obviously keep it within the the landing zone, whatever, and for them to get returns. But I wouldn't be shocked if, because now if they, if the kickers are trying to get it, like, semi-close, then if the ball's close enough to the end zone, they're just gonna, the returners are just gonna let it bounce into the end zone and be a touchback anyway. The reason why they moved the ball back from the 35 to the 30 back in 94, 95 was to encourage fucking returns. That was the point of it back then. I know the kickers are, blasting 50-plus yarders more often now, but not every kicker. I just hate the possibility, starting at the 35. Like, you're already you're 15 yards away from goddamn midfield. I mean, it's just like the fact that if you want to encourage returns, why make it so that there's the return team is rewarded plentifully for not returning it. Meanwhile, we've got a close game here. And, you know, like I said, I had no dog in the fight. I would, if this was a real game, I would be rooting for the Jaguars, although, again, if this were a real game, then knowing that the Patriots are waiting for the winner of the game, I would want the team that had a better shot to beat the Patriots. And I don't know. I think I'd feel better about having Phillip Rivers and Tomlinson going up against the Patriots than David Garrard and Maurice Jones-Drew. I mean, and you know, Fred Taylor. There's other weapons too, but I know that would be. I would lean more toward the Chargers having a better shot at it. Even though the Chargers are allergic to playoff wins. During this time, they would... Not even this time yet. It wouldn't be really until... No, yeah, they... it was around these late 2000s when they finally started getting past those first round bugaboos that they had. Yeah, because in 07 they made it to the title game, so yeah, they definitely got past that, but they couldn't close it out. That 07 year was their closest to it. They gave the Patriots a run for their money despite the injuries they had and despite the juggernaut of an offense they were playing against. So here it is. It's nut cutting time here for the Chargers. Jackson changed course. It was a reverse, and then he changed gears and went straight up the middle. And they're kicking a fucking field goal? It's 3rd and, like, 7. Not even. It's 3rd and 6. It's the 4th quarter, and you just shanked a field goal that was, like, a fucking 60-yarder or some shit. What the hell was that? Tecmo AI, man. I don't fucking understand it. Now they're, you know... Wow. I guess Brandon Staley is coaching this team despite the fact that it's 2008. It'd be so funny if they get the ball back, too. I mean, they don't deserve it because they tried to cut their lead down to 4 with less than 2 minutes left on a 4th and 6 in the 4th quarter of a goddamn divisional playoff game. And yeah, the Jaguars are gonna run it out. You know, I would... I mean, as playing against the computer, and when that happens, it's like, you know, I'll take the win. I'll take the dumbass, you know, the dumbass move which led to my victory. You know, I'll accept it, but it's kind of tainted. And they got the ball. The gun went off after they caught it. After they announced touchback, but the gun still went off anyway. So you can't blame this on home cooking, but yeah, I think you could blame this on the Chargers chargering. Wow. So 31-24 is the final of this game. Let's move on to the final divisional round game. Cards and Saints. You know, I said that it would have been and I still feel that way, that the Saints game would be a, more of a marquee game. But, playing playing Kurt Warner's Cardinals is still, that's also a big matchup. But, it would be playing at New Orleans against Drew Brees, who, against the Saints, who had the best record in the league in this season, would be like just more of a feather in the cap kind of hill to climb. I think it would be more interesting. But if you play against the team that beat that team, then you've got yourself, obviously a contender. You've obviously got yourself a game that's worth its weight in that regard. Whatever. That's right, they got Bush and McAllister. Here is Deuce McAllister picking up 6. That's going to be a tough one to come back from. Bush goes down. They do still have McAllister. But, Reggie Bush was there, he was their main man at the, around this time. They had Mike Carney comes in, scores a touchdown anyway. Next man up. But yeah, you don't want to they might have to change their tactics up a little bit. It's a good thing they have so many weapons and so many options, because if you only have 1 or 2 weapons and you lose one of them, then lights out. But they got to deal with Arizona's offense. So we'll see how that goes. Of course, you've got Larry Fitzgerald, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, with a huge run, and he's going the distance. So this game has all the makings of a barn burner. Alright, so we're a tie game in the second. Going into the second. And Maurice Colston is going to probably get a touchdown here. This game is a pinball machine. Alright, fasten your seatbelts. Oh man, he's got guys open. And he gets sacked. Were they too deep? Like you couldn't see him anymore? And here comes a blitz again, and Warner gets blasted again. It would be a shame if he got hurt, you know, like that would just take away from this potential shootout here. Although, it's going to be tough. They're not going to get points on this drive. Oh, wait a minute. Are they going to get a first down? You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me that that actually worked. That wasn't as big of a New Orleans defensive fuck-up as the Minneapolis Miracle, but that was pretty rough. I mean, that was 3rd and a mile. They ran it. They had guys. It wasn't just that they, like, faked them out and they... you know, like they were taking it back, and there was all this open space. The guys missed, and then there was open space, and then now, nope, it's incomplete. I thought that was gonna be a touchdown until I saw the animation of the defender jumping up, and I was pretty sure it was gonna be at least a block. I don't think that animation plays back if he misses. If he misses the ball. Well, the Cardinals are gonna try for a field goal here, which looks like they're getting it, and that's a win for the Cardinals right there, just because they took 2 sacks to start that drive. It was 3rd and forever. They ran it, so it seemed like they just conceded the drive and were gonna try to give themselves more room to punt it. And Carney breaks a tackle that was he was wrapped up for like a half an hour. Got another like 8 or 9 yards out of it, but killed off like a half a minute. Oh, the flea flicker. And that's going to get Colston down to the 40. There's a little bit over a minute left. There's time. There's definitely time to get into field goal range. And they can... Well, they're going to do another flea flicker here, but people are covered. That was dangerous as all fuck. I don't know if I'd try that Harry High School bullshit anymore, because, are they really going to buy a run at this point? Now it's 3rd and 10. And they're going to get the blitz. That was another play fake, and that one did not work. So good D by Arizona. They're starting to get the momentum here. They're not going to get any points on this drive, but they are starting to control the pace of the game. Oh, they will get a chance to return it. Well, more likely they get a chance to fumble the fucking ball right back to them. So, you know, that we'll see how important that 3rd down breakaway was, because there was no reason for the Saints to give up that play. The Cardinals should have been punting. And now Carney's hurt. Jesus Christ, do they have any running backs left? They're gonna have to put receivers in there. Shit, he was returning both. So they're gonna have Moore in as the return man for both, and then you got Patton in at running back. And he ran right into Antro roll. Play fake, nobody's open. Well, actually, he did have... Oh, you know what? Just get the first down. Don't even listen to what I'm saying. It's a big defensive stop potential here for the Cards. They've got to... They got to keep their foot on the neck of the Saints as far as how they've been... I mean, you know, the last couple drives they've had... You know, they've been able to dictate. And that was a nice catch, but that's going to be... unless he breaks the tackle, they're going to catch up to him. So it's 4th down. They will have a chance at a field goal here, but like ever since that crazy run on 3rd down that got them all the way down the field, the Cardinals have been seizing the momentum. But that field goal right there helps the Saints a little bit there to kind of put a halt on all that bullshit. But the Cards are only down by a touchdown. And they're getting the ball. Pitch is the fake reverse. And if the James gets a first down, there's plenty of time. You don't have to score right away. I mean, you know, are they gonna try to though? They just got a the reverse flea flicker deal, and yeah, they are. That's exactly what they want to do. They said, "Fuck that. Let's just score." I was gonna say keep Drew Brees off the field, but hey, if your defense has been starting to get some momentum here and they're starting to figure shit out, why not go for a bomb and tie the game up? You're not really in. When you're trailing, even when you're going up against a Hall of Fame quarterback, and it'd be good to have ball control. You still sometimes you just kind of say, you know, when we're trailing, we can't be fucking around and killing clock here. Closing in at the end of the third, and the Saints are starting to move the ball again. And he's got guys open. He's got guys open deep. He ended up checking it down to Johnson instead, but it's going to be first and goal to start the fourth. Will we see another overtime? There's the draw to McAllister and a touchdown. After this, not after this game, but I mean after this season, it's going to definitely be a a much-needed break. Not because I don't enjoy this, but it will, you know, like after some of these crazy games, and who knows what we're gonna see next week. Who knows what we're gonna see the week after? Who knows if we're gonna even be in, you know, I mean, we might be watching the game the week after. But if we are playing both games in the conference title and the Super Bowl game, I mean, it could be even crazier than what we saw today. But that's a lot of there's gonna be a decompression stage is gonna be needed after some of this shit. The Cards are, they're moving the ball up. Oh, and Smith had to come back for it, but he got it and took it down like the 22. So they have time. They really shouldn't rush this. And I don't mean rush as in they shouldn't be running the ball. That worked out. Edge makes a couple misses and takes it inside the 10 for a first and goal. I mean, at this point, you just want to score. You don't want to give yourself too many parameters and say, "Oh, let's score with time, try and kill clock." It's like, nah. Now it's like these are your last 4 chances to get in there, and they got in on chance number 2. So 2 minutes left, 2:02 to be exact. Blasted the shit out of that. Handoff goes to Patton, and he gets about 7. There's not a lot of time left. I mean, you do only need to get a field goal. And, man, the Cardinals have been correctly calling plays quite a bit here. They could get the ball back here with, like 40-some seconds left. Well, maybe not that much. It's 51 now. So, if it depends on how much length they get out of this. Wait a minute. It's 3rd down. I don't even know what the fuck down it was. Was I incorrect? Was that 4th down? Either way, it doesn't matter. It's a fucking touchdown, and that's gonna be the ball game. Well, that was another last-minute insane touchdown in these playoff games. In one of these playoff games. I don't know. I don't know. Was that 4th down? Did they go for it in some with weird Tecmo AI bullshit going on, or did I just dream that? Did I imagine that was what the deal was? Well, the Cardinals defense started to pick it up in the second half, but the 4th quarter, the Saints had their best quarter of the game with 2 touchdowns. Drew Brees threw for 271. That's a lot. Even in Tecmo, it's a lot. And it just came down to the last play. It was a good game. Good game overall. Reggie Bush, though, was the leading rusher, and then he went down and was out for the rest of the game, and his replacement, Carney, came in and got hurt, too. So, that is it for the divisional round. Next week, we'll have the Patriots and Jaguars in the AFC Championship, and then Lions and Saints will be playing against the Saints. Wow, those two scores are almost identical in the NFC, 30-24 and 31-24. Both had a touchdown at the end. So, we'll see. I'll once again, I'll have to simulate the AFC title game first, but I will still present them in the order of importance, which is, our game first, and then AFC championship game after that. So, that is it for this crazy divisional round of Tecmo. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week.